A phobia is described as an intense, irrational, and overwhelming fear of a specific object, situation, or activity. A lot of us are familiar with the most common ones, like agoraphobia, the fear of crowds or situations that you can't escape from, arachnophobia, which is the fear of spiders, which I'm pretty sure I suffer from, but I haven't been tested or anything like that, but just talking about it is gonna make my skin crawl for the next hour. And if you've been on the internet long enough, you probably heard of the less common phobias, like trypophobia, the fear of a bunch of little holes close together, or anatidophobia, the fear of knowing that somewhere there is a duck watching you. Oh, you didn't know about that one? You think I made it up? Look for yourself. Yes, there is. The fear of constantly being watched by a duck is called anatidophobia. Thanks, AI, giving us great information. So yeah, if you read a little bit more, you'll realize that no, there isn't such a thing. It was created as a cartoonist, as a joke in a comic strip, and it's not a real recognized diagnosis. That being said, some people have described actually having this. But the fear of birds in general is called ornithophobia. Now you might be wondering, why is he talking about phobias? And the truth is, no serious reason whatsoever. I recently experienced something that I wanted to share with you, something kind of funny, but also interesting. See, I was randomly scrolling TikTok and I saw one of those reaction video where the person is in the corner of the screen showing off pictures. And the thing is, the person kept saying how creepy, how scary, how cringy the images were. And it was just like normal images with like stuff underwater, and I just couldn't understand it. So I went to this person's page just to see more quote-unquote non-scary things. And that's when I realized that they were making content about submechanophobia. And submechanophobia is the fear of man-made objects being submerged partially or entirely underwater.
Paintings on the bottom of swimming pools should be illegal. Why is this so creepy? I need to know that I'm not the only one terrified of this.
And I want to make it clear that I'm not mocking them when I laugh at this. It's just like, it's so interesting. It's so out of this world for me to see this, to see people freaking out about just things underwater. It's fascinating. I love it. So I start watching more and more and more to the point where I feel like I start understanding it a little bit.
Anchor chains should not be as scary as they are going into the ocean like that. My stomach dropped when I saw this photo on Pinterest. Do you know what that is? Those are wartime ships' cannons underwater. This photo I'm going to share every single time I see it because it absolutely terrifies me, and I'm going to London in 2 weeks and I am so scared to be in a plane going over the ocean.
So there's also something called thalassophobia, and it's the fear of open water, I believe. And I kind of understand that one. Just the ocean in general, it's kind of scary. So I can kind of understand that seeing objects within that ocean basically places you there, especially if you can see the effect that being submerged has with time on that object. I realize this creator mostly makes submechanophobia content, the submechanophobia queen, rightfully so. And I'm pretty sure she's the first TikTok that I saw about that. And I think it was just a chain, which is why I was so confused, because to me, a chain underwater, especially if it's holding an anchor, is just normal. You'll probably notice a theme here, and it's a lot of animatronics. I almost want to say that the specific animatronics submerged, partially submerged, or fully submerged is like its own thing. It's its own category under submechanophobia.
This is, without a doubt, the most terrifying abandoned animatronic that has ever existed. Watch this and then we'll talk about it. It is an absolutely massive animatronic of Moby Dick that is abandoned in a lake, completely submerged, and has been there under the water since the 1960s, completely left alone there to rot.
And if you look at the comments, it's pretty funny to see people reacting because just like me, this probably popped up on their feeds even though they don't have the phobia or don't usually watch content about this phobia. So we end up with comments like, I mean, it's just a big piece of metal. Or how is this scary? Or Moby, what? What's so creepy about abandoned piece of metal? But you also get, I always thought I had thalassophobia, but I definitely have submechanophobia. I wonder if it's possible to have submechanophobia without having thalassophobia. Like, I'm not scared of the water at all, but you put a piece of man-made object in there, and now we're talking. There are also people who post tests, basically, to test yourself. Hey, how uncomfortable do you feel watching certain videos or certain pictures so you can determine if you kind of have that phobia or not. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the music on this one. So level 1, testing your submechanophobia. Just a camera being dropped under the sea. Second one is still water. And this one looks weird. You can see that the water is really like not moving. I'm still not completely sure if this is real or not, but it's really not moving. This one, definitely not real. This looks like a 3D render. It's like one of those pool or back rooms type of renders. I don't think that has, I mean, if you have submechanophobia or something like that, and you know for sure, and this makes you uncomfortable, let me know. Let's do a slideshow then. Do you have submechanophobia? Giant ship propeller. Those are the pictures that I was telling you about, the propellers. An offshore oil rig which drifted to the coast to extreme weather. That's interesting, but I don't know. I don't feel anything watching this. Okay, I had to skip one because it was pretty disturbing and didn't look real at all. Exploring, we saw this ladder. Why does this go so deep? I'm not even sure what I'm looking at. I see a boat here, a boat there. What is this? I always found underwater sculptures to be really cool. I just love seeing that. It doesn't make me uneasy or scared or anything. I just find it super fascinating and really cool. Swimming off the side of a container ship seems like a big nope for me. I can kind of understand that, but mostly for the thalassophobia. If I'm near like land and I can see like land in general, like the beach or whatever, I would have no problems doing this. Oh, that's just cool. That's just super cool. Come on. Well, safe to say, I don't think I have it, but I love this. This is really cool art. A submarine escape shrine tower looks like. Oh, yeah, I can definitely say that large bodies of water where most of it is not visible definitely scare me. But seeing it in a picture, watching a movie about it is not that terrifying for me. Being in it, because I've been in situations where I just couldn't see the bottom or the end of it, definitely terrified me in real life. In the Baltimore Harbor Tunnel, you already drive underwater. Okay, maybe that would have been very scary if it started flooding when you know you're underwater though. Oh, this is one I saw recently. And I don't know, it kind of freaked me out. I can't explain it, but it's the fact that it's surrounded by what seems to be like a walkable place. So I don't know, it feels like you're not supposed to see this. And that definitely worked on me a little bit. Now, if you're not really into TikTok and you want to learn a little bit more about it or just see a bunch of compilations of pictures and videos about submechanophobia specifically, there's actually a subreddit dedicated to it. Here we have the bathroom of a sunken ship. Here we have a before and after of a ship being sunken. Dome homes, which like this specifically doesn't do anything for me. I just think this looks cool. This is just dope. Oh, this is what it looked like before. I saw this one and honestly it made me laugh. Accidental close encounter with the marker post, which is fine for a subreddit about kayaking or whatever he's doing. Canoeing, but it's on r/submechanophobia. So people are freaking out about it. Let's look at the comments on this one. Close encounter, that is an encounter. There is a saying I have about hitting things while on open water. Everything is magnetized. No matter how far away, they'll want to be near each other. All right, I don't know about that. Your whole arm is ruined now. And while you're on this subreddit, you might get suggested others like thalassophobia. And this one I understand a little bit more. For example, this water appears to be shallow, but it's not. It's not at all. And this guy is going to demonstrate it. He starts walking and pretty much instantly the water gets up to his head. See, like the instant darkness there, that's the stuff that makes me cringe. That's what I can't deal with. I don't care if there's a chain in there or a weird animatronic, although I would probably freak out, but this right there, not seeing the end of things, oof. So here's a weird one. A cave, being an underwater cave doesn't scare me as much as actual open water. Of course, you wouldn't find me there. I wouldn't be diving under a cave or whatever, but still, just seeing this doesn't freak me out as much as seeing like pure darkness, basically, after like the flashlight. I don't know, I feel safety when things are near and they're visible and they're palpable. Look at that. Now, this is what freaks me out. Big holes like that in the water, that's what freaks me out. And of course, you know, getting hit by a wave while you're on a boat, that's also pretty terrifying. Still can't get over the sound of Lake Baikal. I don't know, there's definitely a thing with me where watching images of places that I feel like I just wouldn't be. I would never put myself in a situation where I would be in that place. Sometimes Watching those images just don't do anything for me. They don't freak me out because I know I'm safe and I would never get there. Open water is different because, well, I go to the beach. I also take the plane to places. So if there's a plane crash and we fall into water, like, I feel like that's like I'm gonna be there, you know? It's not my choice. I don't know. I always find it interesting to explore our fears. By the way, shout out to White Jordy. I'll put a link to her TikTok in the description. Make sure you go check her out. I definitely don't want to just use her content like that without crediting. So check out the description, go check it out, go watch her TikToks. And if you've heard of pretty interesting phobias, if you suffer from interesting phobias, if this video made you realize that you have submechanophobia, let me know about it in the comment section below. This is kind of different from the content that I usually make, so let me know if you like it by leaving a like, subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.